what's up, everybody? Hope y'all doing well out there, man. Hope everything going great for y'all as always. Um, Today I want to talk to y'all about Forex. The reason why people think Forex is a scam, or they think that they fear it, or they're scared they're gonna lose their money. You know what I'm saying? And majority of it comes from lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? Like our father always say, my children are dead to lack of knowledge. And when you have lack of knowledge of something, and you don't have the full understanding of something, then most people will give their negative opinion about it, or what I'm saying, speak how they feel about it based on what happened to them. You know what I'm saying? But then when you start questioning them on things, you know what I'm saying, about what happened with them in the market, and all, you know what I'm saying, like just get deep into depths about everything, they don't have the answer. You know what I'm saying? And that's because they lack knowledge in certain situations, because the market is not made for everybody, because everybody, excuse me, everybody is not willing to put in the time or the work, you know what I'm saying, to um understand what's really going on, because you know um it's about money. You know what I'm saying? Anytime something is about some type of money, you know what I'm saying, um people jump on it. You know what I'm saying? They jump on it because they want it. You know what I'm saying? They want in, and because they see everybody else claiming that they making this type of money, you know what I'm saying, they want in. You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? Like, hey, man, everybody making money and I need to get in it. But they too cheap to pay somebody to get the knowledge, you know what I'm saying, understanding and wisdom on it. So that don't work, you know what I'm saying? Because most people, like with me, I only paid one person for knowledge in Forex. You know what I'm saying? And I paid $100, right? And that was to Leo. I don't know if y'all know him, but that's the Leo on YouTube. I paid $100 for his course at the. No, I paid, was it 100? It was 80 out $100. You know what I'm saying? And at the time it was my last 80 out $100. Whichever one it was either 80 on discount or 100 for what it was. But it was more than that. And you know, I bought his course and I learned a lot. I learned more than what I learned on YouTube from, you know what I'm saying? Like I learned a whole how to see the market, you know what I'm saying, as a whole, you know what I'm saying? Mainly from him, you know what I'm saying, based on the days and how the market move. You know what I'm saying? The market patterns of how it move. So I learned that because everything else I kind of already found on YouTube. I just didn't have a strategy or, you know what I'm saying, rules and a game plan. You know, so I wasn't organized. So I felt like I needed more and more and more. And that was my whole thing. Like I was willing to risk time, you know what I'm saying, and just put in the work to actually understand what's going on, and how, like I need to figure this out, because I jumped in thinking that it would be simple, easy, you know what I'm saying? But then start losing and losing, and it's like, man, I gotta really like get this down pat. So I just start watching different YouTubers and figuring out what's what, see their strategies, try to use their strategies that don't work, you know what I'm saying? Because of the lack of knowledge. So once I understood the method of the game, I said, okay, this is the method of the game, and this how I get organized. This how everything go. You know what I'm saying? First, you got to build that foundation. You know what I'm saying? You got to draw that blueprint out to build a foundation. You know what I'm saying? And then once you get the foundation of the basis of everything, you know what I'm saying, and you understand everything and how it all works, then you get the building. You know what I'm saying? And once you get the building, you gotta back test and backtrack and make sure that everything is responding together as one. Everything got to be on one accord, like our father said. You know what I'm saying? And once everything is on one accord, then now you got you something. But see, all that comes with studying and understanding, knowing how to study, knowing how to learn, know how to take um um negative and turn it to positive, learning how to take, you know what I'm saying, what you didn't know as a learning situation to, like say you take a loss, you learn to take that as a learning situation to, like, okay, let me see what I did wrong. You know what I'm saying? How can I correct myself? You know what I'm saying? Your mind gotta be like that, because that's the only way. And the only way my mind got like that is because of God. Because when I came to Him, I was already, you know what I'm saying, on the other side of where He wanted me to be. So in order for me to change, I had to accept Him and understand His laws and understand how I need to correct myself. Okay, you're wrong in this situation, you're wrong in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So when I did that, all of a sudden with Forex, I said, wow, this is the same thing like how God teach me in the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Like how my apostle preached to me the word, you know what I'm saying, and how God wants us to be in everything. Everything got to be organized. Everything got to be strategic. Everything got to be a foundation. Everything got to be structured. So all that came into play what I already knew, because I feel like the power of God is already in the person, you know what I'm saying, because it's in our nature, it's in our character, but it has to come out of us. So once I figured that out, like once you could once God show you how you're supposed to be, then you start to be that way. You know what I'm saying? And the main thing with people, what's the hardest is discipline. That's why our Father teaches discipline the most. You know what I'm saying? Because discipline is hard for people to have. So once you get the discipline of building your foundation in the market, then everything start corresponding because you already took the time out to understand what this does, what that does. You know what I'm saying? Getting extra wisdom and knowledge of whatever you using in the market does, and then that way, you know when the market's showing you this type of pattern or showing you this type of movement, you know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So when people don't have that and know how to study it and know how to use the right tools, you know what I'm saying, to understand the market, then that's when they say it's fake, is this, is that, it's manipulated, it's all these things because we always there for those who are better traders now. We always there. I was there. You know what I'm saying? But now I understand it way better than I did before because I understood that I was lacking knowledge in a lot of things, just thinking that a strategy would help me. But I didn't even know how to understand the strategy that the person was giving out. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it comes with. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand that, you gotta understand how to get that strategy and understand that strategy completely to the pair that you're trading. Because once you understand that strategy completely to the pair that you're trading, then it starts to make more sense to you. You know what I'm saying? It makes more sense to you because then you're like, man, okay, now I understand how the strategy works. You know what I'm saying? I took the methods and I understand how the strategy works. Now it's time for you to execute. You know what I'm saying? It's time for you to execute on the strategy. Because if you don't execute, if you don't, if you know the strategy, you know what I'm saying, you learned it, you learned and everything, but you still, you know what I'm saying, lacking somewhere. You got to figure out, you know what I'm saying, when the market happens, how you gonna get in there and execute on that? You know what I'm saying? Because just sitting there looking, and you know what I'm saying, ain't gonna get you there. So it's a precept by precept type of situation. It's a step by step situation because you have to truly understand, you know what I'm saying, everything before you can understand what you're trying to really get to, the money. You know what I'm saying? So when people lack knowledge, of course they're gonna say is this, is that, or the person who is teaching them, you know what I'm saying, is a fake and all these things. That's why this market has the most. You understand that the money market has the most. Oh, this person fake, this person that. No, man. A lot of people are. A lot of people ain't gonna teach you the game. You know what I'm saying? But it is people that will teach you the game, and it's certain stuff that you got to pay attention to when somebody is teaching you, because a lot of people they give you a lot of information, but they don't give you the method to the information. You know what I'm saying? To activate you. So you got to understand how to study. You know what I'm saying? What's going on? So that's why, you know what I'm saying, it took me time to realize what's going on because I didn't realize what was going on at the time. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to get to the money because I'm money hungry at that time. Like I need money. I'm trying to get the money. That's what this market about. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to the money, but it's more into it than what the eyes can see because it's all about your mind. Just like our Father say, He'll put it in our mind and He'll put it in our heart. You know what I'm saying? So when your mind and your heart is set, your mind got to be set like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and in your heart you got to have faith and hope and knowing that you will fulfill it. You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta act. You gotta get act. You gotta be activated. You know what I'm saying? Once you activate it, then it's like, okay, now I'm finna take action into this because my mindset, my heart set, I'm ready to do it. I'm willing to sacrifice the time, put in the time, put in the work, all these things, right? And then then you get activated from whoever teaching you, you know what I'm saying, on how to go about the whole situation. And once you learn how to go about the situation, you know what I'm saying, which is the method, then everything gets complete because then, you know what I'm saying, you got the law down pat. And once you got the law down pat, all you got to do is learn how to take that law in action. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Father. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing, man. It's the same thing. It's just you gotta understand that field, that you gotta understand that that game. You know what I'm saying? Because once you understand that game, you know what I'm saying? It's the same. It's the same. It's the same method. You know what I'm saying? The same method that the Father gives in the Bible. It's the same method that you will use in any other thing in life that you're trying to execute in. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, once you got your method to approach something, all you got to do is use your method to approach it, right? Once you approach it, get into it, receive all the information that you got that you need to receive to understand it. You know what I'm saying? Gain wisdom in your understanding of what you just got knowledge in to understand it, get the wisdom in it, and then now you gotta activate it. You know what I'm saying? Execution. You gotta start it out and get it done. You know what I'm saying? Get in and get it done and put in the work so you can get the experience of it. Once you get the experience of it, you learn from your losses, you learn from your trials and your tribulations, you know what I'm saying, within. And then after that, it everything start falling together. You're like, oh, okay, that's why I made that mistake. Oh, okay, that's why I did this. Oh, okay, that's why I did that. Just like, you know what I'm saying, coming to the Father. So that's what I used, you know what I'm saying, in Forex. Once I start understanding my Father more, I start understanding Forex more because when you can understand the Father through the Bible, you know what I'm saying, through His Word, and understand what He's telling you and what He wants you to do, you know what I'm saying, then you can that becomes your life. But you got to see what He's doing. You know what I'm saying? He's building you into this character of Him. You know what I'm saying? To this image of Him, because He understands the keys to everything. You know what I'm saying? You don't understand until you get the understanding. You know what I'm saying? First, you got to get the knowledge, then you get the understanding, then you get the wisdom, and then now it's time for the action, the execution of it. You know what I'm saying? To show thyself approved that okay, you could take this and you can put this in your mind, put it in your heart, and then now you can receive it, right? And have hope and faith that okay, if I if I start you know what I'm saying, testing this out, trying this out, you know what I'm saying, then sooner or later, depending on who you are and how your mindset and how your heart set with it, then you start to become it because you've been feeding yourself, you know what I'm saying, that thing. And once you feed yourself, you feed your mind that thing so many times, it's like a pattern keep clicking in your head, like, oh, okay, oh, okay, okay. Until now, once you start executing on it, you know what I'm saying? And you start you execute on it, then you start losing. You know what I'm saying? And you learning from your losses. That's when the discipline of what you just all learned has to come into play. The discipline has to be on the table. You know what I'm saying? You can't eat from that food tray if the discipline not on the table because you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be a full meal. You know what I'm saying? You only got half the meal. You know what I'm saying? So I know I'm going into other type of terminalities, but you know what I'm saying? But like know what I'm saying though, like if you got the plate on the table, man, and you want a full course meal, you see what I'm saying? But you ain't bringing nothing to the table. Let's say you brought something to the table, but you ain't bring the whole thing. You missed out on something that you ain't bring to the table. You're not gonna have the full meal like you want. You're getting half a meal. You know what I'm saying? So you got to figure out, like, man, what's next? Because I know this now. I got the knowledge of it. I first off, I used the method of Father Yahweh, right, in it. Then I got the method, right. I mean, I used the method in it of Father Yahweh, right. I approached it the same way, right? Then I got the knowledge in it. Then once I got the knowledge, I got the understanding in it. Once I got the understanding, I gained extra wisdom in it, right? And then now I'm activated, but I'm still failing somewhere. You see what I'm saying? And you got to figure out why you failing. The reason why you failing is because you ain't got no discipline. You see what I'm saying? Just like when somebody's sin, you know what I'm saying? And they're trying to figure out why they still sinning. They've been praying, they've been fasting, but they sinning because they don't have discipline yet. You know what I'm saying? The reason why they don't got discipline is because they lack knowledge in that area somewhere. So you lack knowledge in the area where your discipline is not at. So whatever you've been losing and learning about, you have to gain more knowledge in that, and after knowledge, you got to gain more understanding in that, and then you got to gain more wisdom in that. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to execute it again and retry, retest it again. You know what I'm saying? Until it stick. You know what I'm saying? Once it stick, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there, go right there, man. That's why. That's why I was messing up. That's why this. That's why that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So that's the key. That's the key to success in anything that you're trying to do. You see what I'm saying? But you need somebody to show you. You need somebody who's great at it. You need somebody who already been through the trials and tribulations to be that testimony for you, to be that walk of life for you, to show you like I went through the same thing like how Yeshua did. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that they your Messiah or anything like that, but they your teacher. They teaching you, you know what I'm saying, how to be better at what you're trying to be better at, how to be great at what you're trying to be great. They critique your work. You know what I'm saying? So you need that, you know what I'm saying, to help you see better, to help you understand better, see better. Um, you know what I'm saying? And see it from a greater perspective than what you thought you seen it. You see what I'm saying? And that's what Leo did. He made me see it from a greater perspective than what I thought I seen. And I said, oh, okay. You know what I'm saying? And after I got that, boom. Then like weeks later, next thing you know, God put it in me this whole strategy. And I'm like, oh man, I gotta do this and do that and do that. And it all just came to me. You know what I'm saying? And the same thing can happen to y'all. But you just gotta understand how the Father worked. Because like I said, can't nothing go as planned if God is not in it. You know what I'm saying? But the main thing was what it is your psychology has to be on point, you know what I'm saying, within the game. You got to understand the psychology of the game, and that comes with your mind. Your mind has to play a big part. And like I said, the psychology is only confusing to those who don't have discipline. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have a law and order, of rules and regulations on yourself to hold yourself accountable and to hold yourself to these certain standards, you know what I'm saying, based on who you are, not who somebody else is, but who you are and what you can handle and what you can't handle, then you will not have the discipline that you need because that your rules, laws, and regulations within the trade is gonna be based on you and not somebody else because what I can handle you can't handle. And what you can handle I may not can handle. You know what I'm saying? So it's based on you and what you gotta do is take that and be able to um take what you wrote down, I take what you planned out and activate that. You know what I'm saying, yourself. Because once the person activates you by critiquing you and showing you things that you don't know, you know what I'm saying, and putting you on game about things you didn't understand, things you didn't have knowledge in, things you didn't have wisdom in, you know what I'm saying? Then once you get all that in, that soaked all that in, that ate good with all that, you know what I'm saying, at their table, now you got to come and prepare your own table over here, you know what I'm saying, and fulfill all the things that you know what I'm saying you didn't fulfill before, you know. So that's what it comes to because then you gotta work as a businessman or a businesswoman because you managing money. You're dealing with your money, you're dealing with your finances, you managing money. So now you gotta understand the business side of the whole situation because now you got the game, you know what I'm saying, you making money, but then you know what I'm saying, you're not managing your money right with the stop loss, you know what I'm saying, with the take profit, you being greedy, you're not being too greedy, you're being greedy or you being too scared, you fearing, you're not trusting in what you got going on, your game plan. You know what I'm saying? All these things come to play in the business. You see what I'm saying? And then you got to critique your business by retesting all that you know to make sure that you're fully prepared to where now when I get in this trade, you know what I'm saying, I'm ready to go. So a lot of the things that I learned, you know what I'm saying, I learned from Leo, right? But then I learned from other people on YouTube. But at the same time, I learned from God. You know what I'm saying? So I understand how my father is straight strategic with everything that he do. You know what I'm saying? He's strategic. Like you're not gonna knock God off his focus. You're not gonna knock him off his mission. You're not gonna stop his business from running because of what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing you gotta put with yourself. You can't let the market knock you off your business because of what it want to do. You see what I'm saying? You just gotta know how to move around what it's trying to do once it give you what you're looking for, based on your rules, your laws, your regulations of trading, your discipline. You know what I'm saying? So if the market, so say you say the market hit your take profit and it goes up. In your rules, you say, okay, once the market might take profit, that's it. I don't care if it goes up. And it goes, let's say it goes up and you jump back in the trade. You know what I'm saying? You just let the market knock you off your rules, your laws, and your regulations of your discipline. You know what I'm saying? You got to stay 10 toes down. You know what I'm saying, for that. So that's how it works. Because if you don't stay disciplined, the game will get you. You know what I'm saying? Like it will get you. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like somebody like leaving their store unlocked and they not there, and a robber just go in there and take what they want to take. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't do what you supposed to do. Lock up. You know what I'm saying? And get out and go about your day. So it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So once you understand the knowledge, I mean the once you understand the method, which you got to get from the kingdom, right? Once you understand the knowledge of the game, let's say business that you're doing, right? And once you understand the wisdom, I mean, once you understand the method, right? Then you understand the knowledge. Then you get the understanding of the knowledge. Then you get the wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Then you get the act, get active in it. You know what I'm saying? And through trials and tribulation of experience, you start to learn, and you got to gain. You start to gain your discipline. You know what I'm saying? Then all it takes is you to execute every time with the same thing every time. You know what I'm saying? Like my thing where I'm at now, you know what I'm saying? Because I know I'm gonna be more profitable than I am, and a lot of it come because I'm right, but the discipline, like I'm telling y'all, it's the discipline. But my discipline is going to get so high up because I'm confident in my trade. You see what I'm saying? I'm so confident that I try to move ahead of the market. You see what I'm saying? Like I make bad decisions because I'm trying to be too far ahead of the market. You know what I'm saying? Like I know I'm not the only one that does that, but that's what happens when you know something so much, you try to be too far ahead. You know what I'm saying? So all I got to do is say, nah, man, relax, let the market come to you. You know what I'm saying? If it don't come, it don't come. If it come, it come. And that's it. And stay disciplined. It's another day I could trade. If I can't trade that day because the market ain't coming to me, whatever, that's another day I could trade. If the market doing news and I don't feel comfortable with the news, I don't need to trade. Like last week, I ain't trade. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the discipline that you gotta have. You know what I'm saying? To tell yourself mentally, you know what I'm saying? You got to prepare yourself ahead of time for these things. You know what I'm saying? So understanding yourself and how you is. So I know if I go into trade and I'm not disciplined to my rules and what I put down, you know what I'm saying, for myself, I know if I get in and I lose, I'm gonna be mad at myself because it's like, bro, why did you take that trade? You know what I'm saying? So my thing is, I still be happy if I got in the trade while I supposed to got in it and it went against me. I'd be happy like, okay, I know the market doing manipulation. I know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't be like mad. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, dang, okay, I see what's going on today. So now my eye there, my psychology there, my mental there, my mind there, everything there. Like, okay, let's watch. Let's just wait. The patience is there. Me being humble is there. You know what I'm saying? Let's just see what's gonna happen. Let's just see if they're gonna let this play out or if they not. You know what I'm saying? So that's my thing, and I'd be happy. You know what I'm saying? And I'm extra happy when the trade do go my way, and I did get the right entry and everything like that. So my only failure for me was my discipline. You know what I'm saying? At this point in time, to like, you know, make sure that I don't make those bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? To cost myself, because even though my thing is like, even though I had made that those bad decisions, I know I can win it back when I make my right decision. You see what I'm saying? But it shouldn't take that. So that's, you know what I'm saying. So my losses, they're not. Let's say I lost $80, and let's say on the when I did win it, when I did win, right, I made 100. So now I'm just up 20 profit. But if I never lost the 80, I would have been up 100 profit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I'd be like, man, I could have had a whole 100 or whatever. Let's just say, you know what I'm saying? Then 20. But because of my bad decision, it cost me in the trade. But that don't make me want to say, okay, let me get greedy and let me go in there to try to get the 100 that I should have had. No, because the market ain't there no more. You know what I'm saying? The market made its move. I made the money. I get made that win. I took away my loss, and I still got a little profit. Even though I should have had 100, I didn't get 100 because of my discipline wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? So I cost myself, you know what I'm saying, to be $80 short. So I got to pay for that. You know what I'm saying? So once you learn how to start shorting yourself by not being disciplined, then you know what I'm saying, you'll understand, like, just stick to your rules, stick to your laws, stick to your strategic regulations of how what you put in, because you know yourself, you learn yourself, you know yourself, and you know what you know what I'm saying. You learn the game and everything. And you just put everything into order. So I'm at that point now where I'm like, okay, man, this I got to be disciplined, man. I can't be playing. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I am. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Cause I know once that's out the way, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Once that's out the way, I'm good. Like I ain't gotta worry about that because you know what I'm saying. That's not gonna hinder me anymore, like it has. You know what I'm saying? There's been times where I should have made this way big amount, but because the lack of discipline, you know what I'm saying, and or either I made a big amount and then I was like, oh, it's still going up, and I want more. You know what I'm saying? When I should have stopped. You know what I'm saying? It's because I was being greedy. You know what I'm saying? I didn't humble myself. I didn't take what I should have took. I didn't understand like, man, you had this much, now look now. You know what I'm saying? So it was certain things that I had to learn. You know what I'm saying? But everybody got to get better at what they're not great at or what they're not good at. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, that's when you start critiquing yourself. You start fixing yourself. You start holding yourself accountable for the things that another person may not hold you accountable for. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that. Like you gotta learn how to hold yourself accountable. You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn that okay, I made a mistake. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta focus. You can't be mad to where I gotta get this money back or anything like that. You just gotta focus. And like I said, I learned everything through Father Yahweh. I learned it all through him. That's why I'm able to do these markets because I don't have no fear of losing money. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no fear of losing money, so that ain't the problem. You know what I'm saying? And once you don't have the fear of losing money, you get risky. So that's why I was making those undisciplined decisions because I was getting real risky with my trades to the point where I'm like, okay, I'll try this, and if I hit, I hit. You know what I'm saying? But if I don't, I'll make it back. You know what I'm saying? But then I still be mad though. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, why would you make that decision knowing you're gonna be mad if it go the other way? But that was because I didn't have the discipline, and I had too much pride within that whole situation. So, you know what I'm saying? By humbling myself and by taking those losses and learning and learning and learning, I said, okay, it's my discipline. I'm not disciplined to myself. I'm disciplined to God, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not disciplined to myself. I have to be disciplined to myself and what I put down on the paper or what I put in my mind because I know myself. So if I know myself and I want myself to have peace and be happy, then I need to put all this stuff into perspective and actually act what on how I know myself and not what I desire, you know what I'm saying, I lust for in the market. You know what I'm saying? Because desire brings lust. So if I'm lusting for more money in the market because of greed, or if I'm lusting just to trade because I desire to trade for that day, you know what I'm saying, but it ain't time to trade that day, then I'm gonna put myself in an unpeaceful situation, in an uncomfortable situation to where I'm gonna be mad at myself because I caused that upon myself. You know what I'm saying? So to make myself happy and benefit me, guess what? I need to be disciplined to how I know myself. So since I know myself well, you know what I'm saying, then I need to trade based on that. And once I trade based on that, then everything else comes to play. I'm happy, I'm at peace, I made some money, I'm good. You know what I'm saying? Wife happy. You know what I'm saying? So all these things, you know what I'm saying, has to be considered, man. All these things have to be considered. So that's my whole thing. But yeah, man. Love y'all, man. Hope everything good with y'all. Um, about to go, man. Shalom.